What's good, everybody? It's Chris Crazyhouse here, back with some more Chris Crazy commentary. In this video, I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the plot points that I saw in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever that I did not appreciate. And so already you know, just from me saying that, there's going to be some spoilers in this discussion. So if you have not seen Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and you don't want me to spoil anything, go ahead and click off this video now, wait till you see it or whatever, and then come back. All right. So I'm just letting you know ahead of time, I'm going to be talking about some things that I saw. Now, yes, I saw it, but I did not pay to see it. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. I'll just leave it at that. Thank God for hustle mans out there. But, I just want to talk about a few little things that I saw in this film that were bothering me. Okay, and just the overall concept and idea and message that those scenes kind of put out there. But let me just preface this whole video first of all by saying, if you went ahead and saw Wakanda Forever and you enjoyed it and it was everything that you wanted to see on screen, good for you. Okay, I'm not being condescending, but I hope that you actually truly enjoyed it. I understand that, especially for black people, we are starved of any type of entertainment, or at least positive entertainment, I should say. There's plenty of stuff that they put out there that's geared towards black people, but rarely is any of it actually positive. So I understand that we are starved of positive entertainment, and anytime we can see ourselves on screen, it's it's like almost a joyous celebration occasion. Okay, I understand that. I also understand that no matter whether you think this is a good or a bad thing, for good or for ill, I also understand that when the property is brought to screen by a major studio like Disney or Marvel, black people take more stock in it. The fact that it's a major company putting it out there, putting out black content, black people take that to heart and they appreciate it more. Once again, like I said, that could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. But I understand black people will flock to see it because it is done by a major studio and it has major studio backing and within a larger mainstream universe, normally with more white characters. Okay, so I understand that as well. So if that's your thing and you want to see it more because of that, I understand. I'm not going to try to tear you down on this one. This is not Chris Crazyhouse attacking folks based on them liking what they saw on screen. All right, so just going to be talking about a few things in this video. Before I get to that, let me just go ahead and advertise my own products. I have a brand new coloring book that is out right now called Cute Little Monsters Coloring and Activity Book. It has lots of cute little creatures in there and monsters from classic horror doing funny things. It also has a lot of great activities. So just like you remember those classic coloring and activity books that we all had growing up, this is that type of book. Has lots of great crossword puzzles, has mazes, it has find the match and tic-tac-toe, lots of fun stuff that you can play and enjoy with the coloring as well. So go pick that up. You can go get it on Amazon. And at the time of me recording this video, I should be getting the stock to put in my own online store. Okay, so at the time of me recording this, I should be getting the package that has the books that are delivered for my own online store, and hopefully by the time I upload this video and you hear it, you'll be able to go buy Cute Little Monsters on my own online store as well. So both links for Amazon and my own online store will be in the description box as well as the comment section. If you want it, if you get it from me, I'll autograph the book for you. Okay. Also, all my Naturally Cute coloring books are fully in stock on my online store, so you can also go get those. That is Naturally Cute. Naturally Cute 2, and Naturally Cute Fantasy. They are all available now on my Chris Crazyhouse at Store Envy. Okay, the links for that will also be in the description box as well as the comments section. So you can all get all my coloring books right there on my online store, or you can just go to my Amazon store and pick them up there if you want to buy them a whole bunch in bulk or something like that, or you know, you're restocking your own store or something like that, right? So just letting you know that it's out there and my products are available to buy now. So moving on to talking about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. All right. So first thing first, and the biggest thing that really annoyed me, and I'm glad I saw it in the capacity that I did, because had I had seen this in theaters, I probably would have walked out at this point. And anyone who's seen it knows this is like right at the beginning. So that's like you just missed the whole movie, then you just paid to see nothing. That is because how they explain that the character of T'Challa is no longer with us, how he dies. That annoyed me to no end. It took me a while to get back into the film because of that. Okay. Now, as far as the actor Chadwick Boseman passing away, that was 2 years ago, and I've not saying I've gotten over it, but the grief part of it is gone for me to the point where I did not feel the same grief watching that on screen that I guess that they were going for, like that emotion that they were going for, and the honoring him and showing grief or whatever. That didn't faze me at all, okay? Because I remember the actual shock of it happening. I remember very vividly getting up early that morning and doing some work and then checking my Instagram and my email, and that was the first thing that someone had sent me, was that he had passed away. So that's how I remember that shock right there. But you know, as far as the character of T'Challa, the way he died, he dies of a quote unquote mysterious illness that kills him, and there's no way to save him, and you don't even see him. It's almost like an off-camera death. He just dies, and that's it. Like seriously, folks, that and all the time that you all had to put this film together, all the time you had to write the script and everything, that's what you came up with. That was the scenario you came up with, is to basically try to meld reality into this, knowing that damn well this is not a reality-based movie that we're making here. So within the realm of this movie that you created, this world building that you created all through the first movie, you got a character who comes from one of the most advanced civilization on Earth that has defeated all types of diseases and everything else. You also have a character who is superhuman, who's metahuman at this point because of the heart-shaped herb that he takes, right? So those two factors right there, these people just completely unprepared for this mysterious illness that killed this man. Are you kidding me? That's how you get rid of the character? I assumed that based on who the enemy was going to be, I was assuming that he was going to, the main character, T'Challa, was going to at least die in battle. I was not going to enjoy that either, but at least I could understand that. I could settle for that more than he just dies of some mysterious disease. Like I said, that right there, that tanked the whole movie for me right there. So already I was dissatisfied. All right. And you know, like I said, because it just logically doesn't make any sense for someone coming from this type of culture, this advanced culture, this advanced society, and who's also superhuman himself. No disease is supposed to be able to touch him because of his powers, but now you just want me to accept that all of a sudden. There's lots of plot holes in all of that. You know, like I said, it just completely, it does away with basically the whole world building that you set up in the other movies. You just did away with all that. You see what I'm saying? So that's a problem in and of itself right there. Okay? And the issue that I take with stuff like this is not just because it's sloppy writing and the excuses that they were giving as to why the director and the producers why they decided not to recast the T'Challa. I heard the producer and Ryan Coogler say, "Oh, because Chadwick Boseman was our friend, we couldn't see doing this movie with anyone else." Like, seriously, guys. And what annoys me about that is, and it actually kind of makes me angry, is the fact that they're using Chadwick Boseman almost as a shield. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're using our feelings for this great actor and this great man as a shield for their ineptitude. You see what I'm saying? Like, just for nonsense, basically. Because let's be honest, those two, both, I'm sure, the producer and director, basically had no real control over whatever was put into this movie. This seems to be going along the same lines as what Disney has been doing with a lot of Marvel and Disney properties. Basically, replacing the male characters with a female character, and the female character does not really have much of a story arc. She's just kind of thrown in there, and she's all powerful and all knowing just to begin with, right? There's really no true story arc for them. They just kind of throw them in there, and it's a very lackluster story. That's basically what has happened in Black Panther, okay? And I don't believe that's the reason that Ryan Coogler and this producer, that's the reason why they made the choice that they did, why they decided not to recast the character of T'Challa. That could have been an easy fix. Why they didn't do that, I don't know. I love Chadwick Boseman as well, but that does not mean that you just X out the character forever. That's ridiculous. Once again, there have been several actors who have played Batman just within the last few years, within the last decade. There have been several actors who have played Spider-Man just within the last 10, 20 years. Okay? They put them all in the same movie at one point. So all this about the actor died or whatever, or whatever have you, that, like I said, they're using Chadwick Boseman as a shield for nonsense. Once again, I just did not appreciate that. I don't like that at all. And the only other plot point, so I'm going to just basically bookend this by saying the two plot points that bothered me the most was that, and then you got the ending, the after credits ending. So I guess this is a big spoiler, not really a good plot point, but a big spoiler if you did not see it. So just prepare yourself. So it's revealed at the end that, I guess, T'Challa and his Lupita Nyong'o's character, Nakia, they had a love child, and Nakia is raising this love child over in Haiti somewhere, away from Wakanda and away from the ideas and the responsibilities of living under this royal heritage and pressure, quote unquote. That bothered me as well. Okay, the fact that you got, first of all, that they basically just erased a lot of black males from the film to begin with. They took the black male out of the equation for the most part. Any black males that were left over were more buffoonish, like what's his name, M'Baku, the ape man. They made him just a clown, basically. He's not as cool as he was in the beginning, in the first film. But you know, they've erased most of the men, and you know, now they even got a single mother narrative at the end. You see what I'm saying? So the father is gone, T'Challa is gone, and the girl, Nakia, is raising him in poverty. Basically, it's ridiculous. So now they're trying to add real world reality, I guess, into this fantasy black world of Wakanda. It's like, don't do that. There's no way that would actually happen. If we're going to keep with the world building and everything, there's no way that T'Challa will want his child raised out in the world somewhere outside of the protection of Wakanda. Okay, no matter, even if people didn't even know that was his child, it would be better for him to have the child in secret, living in Wakanda somewhere, than living out in Haiti. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't convince me of that. And the fact that they just got this child out there raised by, like I said, a single mother, just putting out a lot of nonsense and making it seem as if the father is not important. The only thing the black man is good for is giving up his sperm, like animals in the wild. He's not important when it comes to actually raising the child anymore. They just, all that, the whole idea of fatherhood and male lineage that was put forth in the first film, all that's gone. Okay, all that means nothing all of a sudden. Your male ancestors, that means nothing now all of a sudden. So now that's what they got at the end. You got a single mom raising a child, and she's gonna do all right by herself and do better than the man because she don't need no man, right? She can do it all by herself. Nonsense. Obviously, the realities of what goes on in the black community has proved that's not actually true. And this is not me sitting here degrading women or single mothers or whatever. I'm saying that it is necessary to have that balance. That's why I enjoyed the first Black Panther movie, because it had that balance of both men and women working, black men and black women working together for a common goal. This movie didn't have any of that. It's out of balance. Okay, and I have no problem. I understand. I love the women out there that do their best to raise their children on their own, but it's at a deficit. That's not the way things are supposed to be. Okay, it's harder to raise a child by yourself, and I'm saying this even if you're a single father. It's harder to raise a child by yourself. It's out of balance because you don't have that feminine role to help you. Okay, a child needs that. That is a very important thing for children to have. And you see our children work at a deficit because they only have one or the other. And it's not a good thing. So overall, I knew I wasn't going to like it, but I mean, just now that I've seen it, I can see why I don't like Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And this is not I know people are going to accuse me of being misogynist and everything else, but I mean, or toxic masculinity or whatever name you want to put on it, misogyny noir, go right ahead. It bounces off. I'm so toxic, it burns up before it even reaches me. The insults burn up before they even reach me. Okay, so I'm toxic, man. It doesn't bother me anymore. Okay, so if you want to do that in the comments section and tear me down that way, go right ahead. But also, to those who might agree with me, or those who might be offended or just hurt that I did not like this movie as much as I should have, because it had black characters in it, so I should like it. But everything with black people in it is not always going to be great. And I'll just say that this has kind of redoubled my efforts as far as showcasing and producing more independent content, because I'll say one thing I didn't appreciate that I've been seeing. I see a lot of black males doing reviews of this film and giving it negative reviews, but a lot of things that they're saying in those reviews is, the people that made this film could have done this, or they want to promote healthy black males or healthy black females or whatever in a relationship. They could have done this in the movie. But you have to understand, these corporations, when they make these types of films, all they care about is making money. They don't care about portraying black males in a positive light, or black females in a positive light, or black people working together in a positive light. They don't care about that. If that happens, that's kind of like a happy circumstance or happenstance. They're not doing that intentionally. They don't care about that. In fact, there's a lot of evidence out there to show that a lot of times they do put a lot of nonsense and put a lot of gender divides and degradation in these films that feature black people. Okay, there's more argument on the other side to show that they do these things on purpose, because that's the agenda that they want to push towards black people, of disunity and not having males as protectors within the community. Black women always talk about protect black women, and where are the black men to protect black women? But in all the media out there, they also don't exist to protect black women, and they got black women, quote unquote, doing it by themselves, whether it be Wakanda Forever or the Woman King. They don't need no man. They can do it themselves, apparently. But we've all seen through history and just in our own present time that that's not how things actually work. You can't do these things by yourself. You do need a team to work together in order to achieve anything. But that's all I wanted to say about this film, and what I thought of it. You folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I very much like to hear your opinion, and I would just say be polite and try to even if you disagree with me, try to be polite. Don't come here acting a fool, or else you're just gonna get blocked. Likewise, if you agree with me, also try to be polite, because otherwise I have to block you as well. Don't be ignorant in the comments. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you all for coming here. I hope you would subscribe to this channel if you like my commentaries, or if you just like my artwork, please do so. And you really can't say that this is not a black male bashing or a black male hating on black women or whatever. I don't do that here. Okay, that's not what this channel, definitely not what this channel is about. But I've never been about that, and I also have never been about degrading black women. In fact, all I've ever done is uplift them and put them on a pedestal. There's nothing else, because we as men and women need to work together. That's how I feel. You can't have one without the other. When you have things out of balance and entertainment that's out of balance like this, all it does is it warps the mind, and it causes things in reality to be out of balance. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd like to hear your opinions. And this is Chris Crazyhouse signing out. Peace.